awareness. So that annoys me.
Right.
I'm extremely self-aware. And it's little tiny things that I try not to get mad at, but I sometimes do. But like for the most part, a relationship is fine. It's just that, there's a dynamic there. He's 12 years older than me. And when I control the money, it's hard to, you go through these things where he will argue.
He's got
all night,
Fredo syndrome,
where he wants the money, so he can go buy drugs, and it's like you can't. So,
but he's got schizophrenia, so there's got to be. Schizophrenia is scary because I had a roommate that had schizophrenia, and we all know how that ended.
But was he on meds?
Yeah, and then
for how long?
I mean, I don't know that. I mean, we all know how it ended. We don't need to go.
I don't know how, but I don't even care. I'm just curious. Like
you don't know about you never heard about my schizophrenic roommate ended up killing his mom.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
you don't remember this?
I don't remember, but there's a lot of those. Maybe I tuned it out because of the nature of the incident. But yeah, I mean that's
fair. He was a giant Legion of Skanks fan, and I met him at the Creek. I thought he was like a comic, but he was super nice guy. And
those people will never harm you. That's the thing too. Those people they're not dangerous to random people. They can be sometimes dangerous to their own family. So look,
when he lost it, I mean, I remember. I mean, I've talked about this a zillion times, but the day I realized something wasn't right with him. I mean, I knew something was a little off. When he would he was a big dude.
Okay.
And he had an air mattress. And by the way, I want to talk to him. I still want to talk to him. I talked to his family a few years ago, and I'd like to talk to him. I'd love him on the pod, but I don't want to do that to him. Like I'm on the pod, but I guess he goes on Legion of Skanks and Stanhope's podcast. So, but yeah, but he was a good dude. He was a nice guy, but so when I realized something was not right was the last day I saw him. I met him at Starbucks. He texted me to meet him at Starbucks. So I met him at Starbucks, and he was just kind of freaking out. And I'm like, well, what's going on? What's the matter? You all right? And he's like, no, this guy came here to start a problem with me. This guy came in. I'm like, who? Okay. He's like this guy from Virginia that I know from back home in Virginia. He's been giving me a lot of shit, and he's here just to fuck with me. I'm like, what do you do? It's like he's here. I'm like, where's he at? And he's gone. He just came here, and I'm like, what'd you guys say? What was the interaction about? And he's like, no, I just saw him. He was across the street staring at me, and I stared at him, and we just made eye. He just wanted to let me know that he sees me, and then he left. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And then and I'm like that's weird. It. And then I didn't even know he was having an episode at all, because my reaction to that was I went into comic mode and just being a real person and being me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody drove up from Richmond or Virginia Beach just to come to a story and happen to go to this random Starbucks that you happen to be at just so they can make eye contact with you, get back in their car and drive back to Virginia Beach. I go, that is insane. And look at me
how do you not see this?
Like I was insane. He literally looked at me with just gave me a strange stare. And I was like, there's got to be more to it. What are you talking? I was like, nobody did that. Nobody just drove. I go. I think you're just in your own head about this or whatever. Yeah, and then that's crazy. And then that's the last time I saw him because he drove to Virginia Beach. Apparently they were messaging each other on Facebook. And he drove to Virginia Beach to confront the guy. And when he showed up there, it was all police. I heard this was him. It was all cops, and they arrested him for whatever was going on. So that's when like his family came, got his stuff or whatever. Like they paid his rent for like a month, the next month. And then they were going to pay it the next month. Like, I got a new roommate. Like, you don't have to. I should have been like, yeah, keep it. But I'm like, I'm just like a real person. Like, no, it's like, I got a new roommate. It's cool. And then his family came, got his stuff and all that. And his cousins were cool. And then that's the last time I saw him. And then like, it was during the World Series when the Indians were playing the Cubs. And
yeah. Last time my dad cried.
And
well, yeah, cried, yeah, to the Cubs. Yeah.
And then he was like, "Hey, I'm in New York." Like, and I was in Boston. I was doing shows in Boston. I was like, "Oh, I'm not there." And he's like, "Oh, all right." And then the next morning, I got a call from his sister being like, "Hey, if you see him," and then she let me know what happened to her mom and all that, and she's crying. It's like, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's horrible." Like I'm like, "He's here. He's in New York City. Call me. Like, if you see him, like, let the police know or whatever."
Yeah. If you see him, fucking don't just stare back into his eyes.
Yeah, and so I let the police know what's going on. And,
okay.
And I wasn't there, but I guess he came back to the apartment because he still had the keys. And I had to change the key to our one apartment because my one roommate, the guy who didn't pay rent for 3 months, I had to change the lock since he would come back in the middle of the night and sleep.
So this guy wants to fucking kill you too?
Yeah, so it was another degenerate.
Jesus Christ.
That guy didn't like. Jay actually did like. Jay was actually a good guy. And yeah, that's just crazy insane. Anyways, they found him because he was in his mom's car. He drove his mom's car.
Yeah.
And
what's her face?
To Times Square, and he parked. You can't park anywhere in Times Square, and he was sleeping in the car. Yeah. So they went to like ticket and tow the car, and they saw someone sleeping in there, and they saw the car was like reported stolen because it was his mom's. And then they saw the guy inside, and he wasn't allowed to leave Virginia because of him getting arrested the first time when and that's how they got him. Yep. And I guess he's out now.
Oh, great! Hopefully he's not listening.
But
that's the other thing too. Is like with my brother, it's like just a lot of it is making sure he takes his meds, and it took a while for them to get it right, but I think that for the most part, VA has done a good job, and
but you have to make sure he takes his meds because when they're off the meds, he
goes a little crazy. It's a little hard to. It's a lot of talking to himself. So there's that. I gotta.
There's that too. What's that?
I gotta pee real quick.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead and pee. That's it. I don't know. Is anyone still here? I feel like I'm just having a conversation with Dave.
Hey. Yeah, very good. Thanks.
You obviously worked today because
I'm tired.
This is like the most low energy you've ever been.
I know.
Usually,
I know.
You're bouncing off the walls. You're hugging your doll. You have a doll. You hug it. You like jump around on the bed. You didn't even make your bed this morning, man.
No, I didn't. No, I made my lunch and I forgot it.
You forgot your lunch. What'd you? It turns out you didn't eat it.
No,
is that why your boss took you to lunch?
No, it wasn't. But no, it wasn't. Yeah, I made some just turkey and American cheese sandwiches. I made
hell yeah.
Yeah,
I like turkey's. They say turkey puts you to sleep. That's what they say. I don't know if that's true. All right,
turkey what?
Turkey puts you to sleep, they say.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. All right, so open it, baby.
All right, let's open it. You excited?
Sam Talent was opening magic cards today.
You know what? Oh, kiss it. All right, let's open it. Mint Diggity coached me on this. Mint Diggity, where you at? All right. Oh, you're in the free. Actually,
yeah, there's a Armenian guy talking some Armo, so I have to say hi.
What's that mean?
Well, Oped means friend.
Oh, okay. It doesn't mean
No, it just means friend.
Doesn't mean I want to make out with the dude.
Nope.
Ah, fuck.
Good. Let's go.
Family or friends will take it. Do you have any advice? Thank you.
DeAndre, you are so sweet. I can hear both the excitement and the fear in your voice. First off, there's no need to rush. You can keep this to yourself however.
All right, I can't look at her. I don't have one in particular, but I've seen ones where like she's getting kicked out of restaurants. Yeah, I don't know. She like infuriates me, and like people that are actually like dealing with real stuff, she sets them back by being the fucking by her trying to be like the spokesperson for them. It's not helping. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of deranged, and so there's no there's what can you really say about that? I mean, that Tim Dillon hasn't already said.
Yes. Why he covers her?
No, not her, but just this whole thing in general. He covers it.
Yeah, I saw the whole Joe Rogan clip where it was like Steve-O was like sympathizing for like essentially like Lily, but like, yeah, they not allowed to use bathrooms or whatever. And like Joe Rogan, like, did you see that clip?
So I watched some of Steve-O's stuff, and I saw where he was putting his foot in his mouth, but not specifically around the trans stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to watch it now. Do you want to watch it now?
No, I don't care. Put on whatever you want.
No one's interested. Like everyone's gone away.
It doesn't matter. I mean, everybody's already gone anyway. So if we just hang out, it's fine. I mean, again, I'm tired. Sorry, I'm not.
No, you're fine.
I'm not rolling on the bed laughing.
No. All right, so this is which
you know, and so like I asked this. Didn't even occur to me up to this point that I need to like run it by anybody. I'm like, fuck it, my body, my choice. Who cares? You know, I'm doing a dumb stunt.
Get into it.
Like,
Just
you know,
talk
crazy.
about the lady going to the
But in this
bathroom.
situation, talk to this transgender person, like, hey, can I run something by you? And I spoke with them. They described to me a level of oppression that genuinely fucking broke my heart. They said, hey, let me tell you, like, I am not allowed to use the bathroom at my own work.
Well, all right. First, I mean, I don't want to feel about that. Like, I'll let Joe Rogan. Like Joe Rogan, like makes some good points.
They're not allowed to use the bathroom. It doesn't align with their biological sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you got to realize they're not all. Listen, I genuinely think there's people that feel like they are in the wrong biological sex.
Sure.
Right. But there's also people that are fucking perverts, and they have a thing called autogynephilia. And what that is they get a turn on by pretending to be a woman.
In case you were wondering, autogynephilia is a term used in psychology to describe a person, typically a biological male, who is sexually aroused by the idea or image of themselves as a woman, because it refers.
I didn't know all that. I just wanted to see the Joe Rogan talk about the clip. I don't need to hear this guy.
Women's locker room and the women's bathroom and stare at women and pretend you're a woman when you're just a crazy man and you're actually into women.
Okay.
That's real too, man.
I don't doubt that that's real, and I know that it's a super complex, nuanced thing. And
but here's what's not complex. What is your chromosomes?
Right.
Okay. This is the same thing for competing. Right. All these fucking mental gymnastics that seemingly intelligent people do to justify biological males competing with females.
Oh, I'm with it. I don't think anybody.
By the way, I don't care about the sports thing, but like,
thing.
Right.
And especially as speaking
Well,
as
I mean,
daughters.
yeah, I do.
But also, he just made like a weird argument. So if the other thing is like guys get off pretend to be a woman, all right, well, that's different than the sports thing. But yeah, I do think. And by the way, I mean, there's not enough transgender athletes, but I think, yeah, if they had their like people say, oh, just have a transgender league, and yeah, that would be awesome. And who wouldn't watch that? Everyone would watch a transgender sports thing. Like,
I mean,
that would.
I guess, but would they? Because it's going to be subpar men for the most part.
Yeah,
that are gonna
exactly. But
dominate,
just out of curiosity, it would be like
I guess.
people would watch it for like the first. But there's not enough transgender athletes out there. I'm assuming that
They have nowhere to
Dudes-
go.
dudes get off pretending to be women.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
whatever
Okay,
the fuck
sure.
the thing. And now
Yes.
he's talking about. I don't think people are like competing as women that were born men because they get off on. I think there's two different things.
Well,
He's coming up with
maybe,
two different
sure.
arguments at the same. He's taking two
So-
arguments into one thing.
Sure.
To me-
so-
Are creeps.
Oh, go ahead.
no, go.
Yeah, so I think he's like he's doing two arguments about two different things. at the
And
same
if you
time.
give a creep, and I'm not saying all trans people are creeps,
Right.
but a lot of these fucking people that are in trouble for going into women's bathrooms dressed as a woman with a fucking beard and a heart on are just that. They're creeps.
Okay, I don't like how he went from like biologically born men
Yeah,
playing sports to like this. Like those are
So
two
beards and a hard
these
on,
are
sure.
these are two.
Yeah.
Now it's like beards and hard on. So like Joe's losing me on his argument. He was making a good point, and then like
Right. Okay.
They're crazy men.
that's two different
And these
things.
crazy men, their entire life, they would get beaten up for that. And now all of a sudden, they have to be accepted. So you've got two
Right,
things
right,
going on
right,
at the
right.
same time.
For sure.
You've
For
got
sure.
people with gender dysphoria that
Right.
genuinely wish they were a woman or genuinely wish they were a man. And by the way, it's men that are the problem. No one gives a fuck about trans men going into the men's bathroom. Come on in. Who cares?
Yeah, to be honest, Dave, like we didn't even get like I was
Yeah.
in a Alanis Morissette concert where it was like 95% women,
Yeah.
and women just flooded the men's bathroom, and
Happens all the time.
no dude like gave a shit. Like
Yeah.
they're
all
literally
the Laker games.
yeah, they're like literally
Yeah.
waiting for the shitters
Yeah, exactly.
because
So,
they can't pee in the urinal. So like it didn't
Yeah.
bother me. It's like it was a little crowded getting in because there's a line of women. It's like, well, all
bro,
right,
the best thing
let's
is
just
seeing
go
a
to the
woman-
urinal.
The best thing is seeing a woman want to go into a man's bathroom, walk in, and walk directly out, which is like I can't even deal with that. You guys have a trough. A trough. It's just a big place where cows go to drink water, but you just pee in it.
Yeah, I don't think they
Women
realize
have
how
never
many.
seen that before.
Yeah, I don't think they realize how many urinals are in a men's bathroom.
Goodbye. Your clipping of my show sucks dick.
Without Dave, I wouldn't be here.
Well, now we know who to blame.
If you enjoyed this clip, you can thank the ultimate life form by using the super tip link in the description. Do it or don't.
Final Boss. That's right, Final Boss. I love Final Boss. I'm doing fine. How are you?